What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's Ars. Let's get productive. So today we're going to be doing another sample pack review. Now, I love doing these. I did it for the first time the other day with Decap's sample pack, his drum kit. I love it. And I like doing these reviews because sample packs is another part of the production process that not a lot of people review and really talk about, but it aids all of us in coming up with really creative new directions to go. It's almost like being able to collaborate with other producers without having to be in the same room. And today, in jumping off this new episode of the sample pack review, I'm gonna be exploring Pulse Music new sample pack, the Movement 2. Now, he already had a sample pack called the Movement 1. I got that one. I like how that one sounds, but the Movement 2 is really, really dope. And there's some really, really creative things happening in the loops department as far as the drums go and as far as the melodic loops go. And I was able to create something really dope with it. So I wanted to take you guys through Pulse Music's newest sample pack and show you guys what's really happening inside of this thing. So without wasting any more time, let's check this thing out. Pulse Music, the Movement 2. Let's see what this thing is all about. So, as always, I have Logic queued up, and over here on the side of the screen, I have the Movement 2 files queued up and ready to go. Now, what I want to do before we even dive into the sample pack is head over to the website so we can see what's happening here. So let's go over there really quickly. Now, if you head over to the website, and you'll be able to do that, I'm going to leave the link down in the description below. You can just click the link in the description. There's a few things happening in the sound kits department. Like I said, there's the Movement 1 and there's the Movement 2. The Movement 1 is free on the website, so you can kind of get a taste of what Pulse Music has going on as far as samples are concerned. But if you go to the Movement 2, you can pick this thing up for $20. And I gotta say, it is $20 well spent. I got a lot out of this pack, a lot of really cool things out of this pack. On the website, you can go through some of the samples that they have. And as you can hear, there's a lot of different elements inside of this sample pack that you can choose from. Everything's broken down into its stem, so there's a lot of different elements you can pick from inside of the sample pack. And the drums are really cool. I actually think I used the drum loop in this sample that's on the website here. I used that drum loop and I slowed it down. Well, we'll get into what I did when we get into the cook-up portion of this video. We'll get into what I did with the sample pack. But yeah, that's how the website looks. Pulse Music, really dope stuff. We're going to head over to the DAW right now and just check out the sample pack and see what's going on. Now, inside of the sample pack, you have drums, you have drum loops, you have melodic loops, and you have your construction kits. And everything inside of these construction kits is broken down into its stems. So really dope stuff, really, really dope stuff. I love what's happening inside of this sample pack. And you can break everything down. If you just want the strings, if you know, whatever it is you're looking for. That's another thing I like about this sample pack. There's a lot of really cool vocal chops inside of this thing. Again, something that I used in the beat that I made with this sample pack, but we'll get into that later when we get into the cook-up portion. Right now, we're just going through the sample pack. So let's start off with drum loops. One of my favorite things, like a lot of you may already know, I'm really big on drum loops. So let's just go through them really quickly. And I like how these drums are knocking. I feel like there's a nice limiter on these drums that it's not too aggressive, so you can still use it in your workflow, but it's just enough to make it really knock. The mix on these drums sound really clean, really good. Nothing is too harsh, and it's nothing in it that's going to be hard to blend with any kind of melody or something that you create. The drum loops sound really good. That one is crazy. That one is crazy. So as you can hear, really dope drum loops. I didn't even go through all of them. Then in the drums category, you have your one shot. So you have a lot of different claps. That's a nice clap right there. That's one of those claps that you could use as percussion as well as just a straightforward hand clap. There's a lot of snares in here, so we're not going to go through all of them, but we could check some of these out. That's dope. I like that one. It's a nice kind of 90s lo-fi snare. That's dope. I like that one a lot. That's a nice snare for a real boom bap type lo-fi beat. That's dope. So yeah, that's some of the snares. And then of course you have your kicks. So that's some of what's in the drums one shots category. We went through the drum loops. Now we can check out some of the melodic loops, and there's a bunch of melodic loops. And one of the things that I like about the way he has these loops structured is he actually puts the key that each of the loops are in, so it makes it a lot easier to add it to an existing track that you're already working on, because you could just look for something that's in the key of what you're working on. So let's check out some of these loops. Let's skip around a little bit. And as you can see, there's a whole lot of loops in here. Let's check out some more. That one is fire. Play that back. So there's some really dope things in this pack. I mean, for $20, you're getting a lot. I mean, you're getting a lot of melodic loops, you're getting drum loops, you're getting one-shots, and you're getting construction kits that are basically more melodic loops. Their entire track's just broken up into stems. So what I want to do right now is I want to get right into the cook-up, and I want to show you guys the beat that I made using this sample pack. Now, these are the stems for the beat I created. I made the beat and I bounced everything out as wave files. So these are the stems for it. Now, what I used from this sample pack is I went to one of the construction kits, and I went to Sultry Sessions, and I used this vocal sample. I thought that was really dope. And then, like I told you earlier, I also use something from the drum loops. Now, what I did was I slowed this drum loop down. I really like the kick and the snare in this drum loop, but I felt like if I slowed it down, I can really mess with the transients and get a different sound out of the drum. Give it kind of, I like how drums sound kind of warped and slowed down. They have a different kind of character to it. And I felt like these drums slowed down would sound crazy. So this is my version of that loop slowed down. So I just gave it a bit more, I gave it more of a dragged out kind of feel. I like how that sounds. It's a weird kind of character that the drums get when you stretch them out. And I didn't just do that on this track. I do that a lot. And a lot of like my sample packs when I get drums, sometimes I like to play around with them by slowing them down to an incredible level just to hear the new character of the kick and the new character of the snare now that it's been kind of stretched and pulled out. And I feel like it makes your drum sound crazy. And then, like I said, I added that vocal sample. But what I did was I took the vocal sample and I gave it a low pass filter so that it could take some of the distortion out of the sample and sit inside of the track a little bit better, because you'll notice when you hear the vocal sample inside of the sample pack, it's a bit more raspy, and I felt like it would clash a little bit with what's going on inside of the track. So I just added a low pass filter to it, and it sounds like this. I also changed the pitch of it a little bit so it could sound a bit more screwed and have a lower register to it. And then what I did after that was I just took these drums that I slowed down and this vocal sample that I changed the pitch of. And I just built around that with my VST no tonic. So I actually went over to my VST and I found some chords that I thought would sound really dope with it. And I added some chords from my VST to it. So then it sounds like this. And then I went to another VST and I added other elements like some arpeggiated elements, and I kind of built around it and I got the beat to sound how I wanted it to sound. So this is the beat I made incorporating the movement 2 into my creative process. Let's check this thing out. I got a whole nother vibe. I completely changed the speed and pitch of the drums. I changed the vocal chop up a little bit and got a whole nother vibe just from using elements from this sample pack. So to all of you out there who sometimes don't like using sample packs because you feel like it influences your creativity a little bit too much and you feel like you end up making beats that just sound like the beats that were already inside the sample pack, you don't have to go that route. The great thing about sample packs is it allows you the opportunity to take the elements inside of it and make them your own, stretch them, chop them, screw them, do all kinds of different things to these melodic samples, to these drums to make it your own. So yeah, that's it. That's the beat I made using the movement 2. Post Music, I think you did an incredible job with this sample pack. And I hope a lot of other producers out there that are watching this video really dive into the sample pack game, because there's a lot to gain from us creating these sample packs and sharing them with each other. It's just like, besides the the monetization of it and it being another form of generating income as a producer, it opens up the possibilities of collaboration, allowing yourself to collaborate with other producers via sample packs. They have a different sound than you have, and you can combine those sounds into creating something really dope. And you can sample things out of these sample packs and not have to worry about sample clearance because you know where you got the samples from. So it's really, really dope. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is this a sample pack that you could see yourself adding to your arsenal? As always, leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's any new sample packs that I should be checking out and bringing to this channel. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.